Come on in the room, cousins. Cousin, you're moving on up. I don't know if you realize it or not, but it's starting to feel like you're feeling restricted by your current environment, and it's time for you to start taking some action. It feels like some of you are being called out of an environment. It could be out of a relationship, away from a job, but I want you to know that this is because you're ready. You have the world in your hands this go round, and it's time for you to really start living out your fullest potential, kind of like free of your own pessimism or your own linear ways of thinking. It's really time for you to like shift your perspective and come into your own, darling. Like, you are the one. And it's time for you to start treating yourself like you're the one. It's time for you to stop looking at yourself like you're infantile in something that you know was ordained for your life. It is also very imperative for you to stop playing it safe. You've already been intuitively given the green light for you to go ahead and move forward into something full steam ahead. But I think that you're having a hard time fully let's say accepting the change, and that's okay. This energy is pretty similar to a reading that I did for you guys a couple days ago. I'm also hearing like when you look good, you feel good. So this is a time where you're going to have to recenter yourself and do different things to further invest in your energy and heighten your energy as you're pursuing something that you feel is bigger than you. I want you to know that you're more than capable, you're more than fine. You also know that you've been in this season of preparation for something. Some of you are being prepared for a divine union. Some of you are being prepared for also some sort of divine union by way of business, because I'm seeing contracts. I'm seeing you sitting alongside someone signing some paperwork. It feels like you are being prepared for different connections that don't mirror back the BS. These are connections that are going to bring in overflow and that are going to help to expand you consciously and also in your walk. And I'm so excited for you, to say the very least. But you need to kind of open up in a way. It feels like because you're so scared and because you're so pessimistic, the steps that you are taking are very, very tiny. And it also feels like you going about something that's bigger than you in the same ways. You're going to anchor the same amount of light, if that makes sense. I think that spirit is telling you to go a bit further and to do more, to get a bit out of your comfort zone, because more is coming in, more is available to you. I think that you also asked for more. So make sure that your actions and your negative belief systems aren't counteracting what it is that you've been asking the universe to supply on your behalf. Be that in love, be that by way of wealth, be that by way of connections. It just looks like you really needing to get out of your own way and stop feeling delusional when thinking that beautiful, abundant things can happen for you. Like, you're not delusional. And if anything, can we give more acknowledgement to the fact that you really worked hard for this, and you've been doing your work as far as healing, rebirthing, trying to become better, establishing yourself a bit better in business, also elevating your own self-perception, also learning how to advocate for yourself. So you had to know that the universe was going to show up for you big time, my darling. You just had to it's like you needing to get into a more balanced state and realizing that because you are no longer the old version of you, you're no longer in that old timeline. You're no longer in that old life. You're no longer aligned with the old things. There's a new balance that's being brought into your life if you're able to accept it. And it's going to bring in a lot of love and reassurance and empathy on your behalf, because you deserve this. You deserve all of the support that's coming in for you. Also, you're going to experience a different level of divine support. Like, it feels like some of you are afraid to lose your motion. Some of you are afraid that you're not going to be able to sustain in the big things and the big decisions that you've made thus far. But your guides are coming in with so much support to make sure that you continue to show up in your mission and in your calling kind of headache free. And it's not to say that everything is going to be easy, but I told you a couple of months ago that if you decided to show up kind of in obedient fashion to what your ancestors and your guidance systems has been telling you to do, you are going to experience a level of ease and support that you have never felt before. You can't drop the ball unless you choose to. Your foundation has been uprooting for some months now, but with you accepting your calling in totality, I need you to know that you're going to experience all of the favor and support that you've been inclined, like that you've been hearing about. You're not crazy. You are actually very much so divinely favored, to say the very least. It also feels like you just had to realize that, like, you have been looking at yourself like nobody's favorite, when in actuality you are the one in a trillion, you know? So I feel like source just kind of had to bring you up a little bit. I think you had to call your power back to you and start being more intentionful, that's not a word, but I can't think of the other one, about protecting your peace, because the peace that you're establishing was not easy for you to establish. Like, you had to let go of a lot of relationships. You had to shed your old skin. You had to kind of die to yourself over and over again. And that's why so much is available to you in the now. But keep in mind that you are co-creating. The universe is going to meet you at the extent to which you have met yourself. So if you're being called a bit higher or a little bit deeper or to heal a little bit further, do the damn thing. Because again, you're ready. You've been ready. It's just a matter of you needing to accept the call. Accept that you're likely going to be the first millionaire in your bloodline. Accept the fact that those relationships didn't work out because they weren't in alignment with you and where you're going. Accept the fact that your old life is no more, but accept that you're also safe in where you're going, and the universe never, ever, ever forgot about you. So become a student of life again and embrace the change and favor over your life and over your space. And don't be so sad that you can't take everybody with you. The right ones you will be able to take with you. Also, I think your guides don't want you to focus so much on pouring into others' cups right at this moment. It feels like everybody is kind of in their own individual phase of learning their lessons about self-accountability and showing up for themselves, loving themselves, establishing a plan for themselves, just putting more longevity and stability in the forefront of a lot of people's minds right now. So it's not for you to hinder someone else's growth. This is the season where you recenter yourself, like how I've been saying, and allow yourself to receive, allow yourself to be in the middle, allow yourself to be in the spotlight, allow yourself to be the center of your world again, and show up and allow source to kind of like love you down. Allow source to right the wrongs. Allow source to reassure you and reestablish, like, usher you into a different level of safety, both internally and externally, that you didn't know was available to you. This stability is like you were looking for the stability that the universe is trying to give you from a partner or from a person, but it's coming from the divine. So catch up, mustard. You not tripping. Now, my booking link is in my bio, cousins, and I can't wait to connect with you. And also come check out my YouTube, because I got some projects coming out this month, and y'all gonna love it. All right now.